Welcome to trending edition of Hotel Copter that comes during weekdays. We deal with trending matters. 1st of May, the president announced a 12% increase on the wages of workers. Do you know what that means? Do you yourself have a worker? Especially, do you have a house girl? Do you have a houseboy? Do you have a messenger? Do you have a sweeper? That group was awarded a massive increment of salary. This is provided for under the law, the minimum wage guidelines that is gazetted by the Minister for Labour. This time, it is Waziri Alfred Mutua. What is the issue? We went and looked at how much is your house girl going to earn. Now, in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, Eldoret, the cities, you will have to pay your house girl 18,047 shillings. In Kisii, Homa Bay, Machakos, Kitui, Wundanyi, Siaya, Kakamega, Bungoma, you will have to pay these workers, the house girls, the house boys, 16,650. In small towns, very, very small rural areas, imagine the rural areas in your village, those ones who have house girls who are taking care of your mothers, those guys employed in the village to take care of your sheep, your goats, your cows, those ones, you'll have to pay 9,268 shillings. What is the basis of this? This, we looked at the Employment Act and found out that if you fail to do what that is, you'll be jailed for 3 months or with a fine of 50,000 shillings. What are the benefits that you must give your house girl? 1, every house girl is entitled to an annual leave of 21 days. Can you imagine? 2, if she's a lady and she becomes pregnant, she must go for 3 months maternity leave and you must pay. Imagine your house girl when she's pregnant and she's on maternity leave, you still pay her for 3 months. If he's a boy working as a house girl, as a houseboy, or working as a shamberman or a gardener, if his wife, who might be a house girl somewhere, gets pregnant, you must give the man, because he is a husband, 14 days paternity leave. Paternity leave to a house girl, a houseboy. Paternity leave to a kijana wa kuchunga ng'ombe. If he's unwell, or if your house girl is unwell, she's entitled to 7 days, full pay. 7 days, you must pay her salary. If she finishes the 7 days, she's entitled to another 7 days, half pay. Do you pay your house girl when she's on off? Then, what about house allowance? She is supposed to be paid 15% of the salary as house allowance, or provide for her a house. Can you deduct her wages when she breaks her glass, when she breaks her thermos flask, when she eats chakula ya mtoto, when she does any mistake? You cannot deduct anything from her. Those are occupational hazards. Then, what deductions are you supposed to do? You are supposed to deduct her NSSF and SHA, and you contribute also to NSSF. Do you contribute? Do you deduct NSSF? Do you deduct SHA and SHIF? You now know that is that. And how long is she supposed to work? Under the law, she's only supposed to work from 45 to 52 hours, from 45 to 62 hours for 6 days. So if your house help works from 4 in the morning up to midnight, those are illegal. She's supposed to have 1 day rest. Arguments have been taken to court. How do you pay this person? You provide for water. She uses your water. You provide for accommodation. She sleeps with you. She eats the best food with you. You provide for the bed. You provide for soap. You provide for the toilets and sanitary materials. You provide for her everything. How can you again pay her 18,000 shillings and over 18,000 shillings and 15% of house allowance? My crew went and looked for the cases in the industrial court, in the court of 265 of 2012, Robai Musinzi versus Sedfa Mohammed Khan. This person was earning 11,000 shillings at a month. When she went for underpayment, the court Justice Baru said that the termination was unfair. She was directed, that is the employer, to pay 1 month salary in lieu of notice of Kenya shillings 11,000, house allowance all amounted to 75,500, pay for 11 days worked in October 2011 at a cost of 4,033 shillings, severance pay amounting to 22,000 shillings, and paid leave days all amounting to 44,000 shillings, 2 months salary amounting to 22,000. This house girl was paid a total of 175,533. That is one of the case. Cyrus got also a case called Irene Otieno in case number 1339 of 2011. She was earning 3,000 shillings. She was earning 3,000 shillings. Justice Onesmus Macau entered judgment for him in the sum of Kenya shillings 267,864. Can you imagine? 267,864,000. That is a judgment on 30th day of July 2018. Cyrus still went and looked for the latest one, which is on March 14, 2025, by Justice J.W. Kelly. This is Miss Sheila Kasiti Maitsi versus Miss Mwikali Solo. In this matter, she was a house girl and she was earning 5,500 shillings per month. 5,500 shillings per month. When she claimed that she was being underpaid, what did the judge find? In paragraph 40, the judge says, in conclusion, the claim dated 10 February 2017 is allowed as paid. Judgment is entered for the claimant. Payment of underpaid wages, Kenya shillings, 150,993 and 95 cents. Service pay of Kenya shillings, 18,900. So, in this, Justice Kelly awarded this house girl over 168,000 shillings. In another case, appeal number E005 of 2005 at Kisumu, Justice J.K. Gakeri in November 6th, 2025. This is where the house girl was earning Kenya shillings 4,000 shillings. Only 4,000 shillings. She was being underpaid 4,000 shillings. The judge awarded her B, a salary equivalent of 4 months gross salary at 34,963,080 cents. Salary in lieu of notice, 17,481,080 cents. Total award. Can you imagine? This house girl was given more than 500,000, 569,707 and 48,000. A house girl who was earning, my friend, 4,000 was awarded compensation because the employer was not following the minimum wage guideline. 569,000, over 500,000 shillings. Lastly, in Maureen Muhani versus Namubeni Manji Binji, course number 252 of 2017, she was earning 3,000 shillings. What did the judge do? She was awarded a total of 277,964,000 shillings. This is what Wakili Dan Omari is telling you. If you have an employee called a house girl, start now paying that house girl as per the law. If she takes you to court, you'll get it very hard. Many people have argued that she does not have an agreement or a contract. The courts have said an oral contract is a contract for employment of house girls. Can you call a house girl? Can you call a house girl as a casual so that you don't pay her because she is employed as a casual? She has no letter of employment. We looked at what the law talks about, and we found out that a casual employee, according to the law, is somebody who is paid within 24 hours. If your employee is paid more than 24 hours, that is not a casual. The courts have settled that. This is the judgment of Justice Gakeri in paragraph 29. You raise an argument that she's a casual. For starters, Section 2 of the Employment Act defines a casual employee to mean 1, a person the terms of whose engagement provide for his payment at the end of each day, and who is not engaged for a longer period than 24 hours at a time. This is the judge saying. So your house girl who earns after 30 days, your gardener who earns after 30 days, your boy who takes care of the cows and the sheep who works for 30 days is an employee. Casuals earn daily. Wakili Dan Omari is telling you, you are likely to pay your house girl over 500,000 shillings if you underpay that person. I know very many people will argue, she uses my lotion, she uses my hair, my wig, she uses my cosmetics, she uses all these things, my soap, my detergents. All those things are to facilitate her to work. The food she eats, it is there. You are supposed, under the collective bargaining agreement, a house girl is supposed to be provided for food, just like workers in hotels. All employees in hotels must be provided for food. So don't tell the judge that she drinks your water, she watches your television, she watches your movies. All those things are facilitative to her performance of work. Wakili Dan Omari giving you the shocker of life. A house girl, a houseboy, a gardener, 18,000 plus house allowance plus all the others, medical and all those things. That is not even 18,000. It is going to be more than 30,000 shillings. If you factor in your contribution for NSSF, your contribution to SHA, your contribution to SIF, your annual leave, because when she goes for annual leave, she's supposed to be given leave allowance. When she comes back, you are supposed to retain her paternity leave. It is the biggest employment. I think myself, I'll stop being an advocate and go and be a houseboy. It pays more than very many jobs that we have, all of us. Wakili Dan Omari bringing it to you. It's a pleasure having you understand for this week. Thank you.